do that for real. This would be the road that Rio takes on the motorcycle to get to the expressway. Hello, I'm Suzuki 81, and okay, so I'm coming online to present to everybody that for me personally, because okay, so I'm somebody that was let me explain this. It needs to be explained for Shenmue. So I was used to make the likeness of this Shenmue for Sega, and my karate teachers they knew I was having some medical conditions going on, like at the time. And it was even one moment where I kind of just like they knew this because I explained this to them. So these teachers that I trained karate with, it's a long time ago. And as I'm watching Shenmue, let me see what it's called. It's watching on TV right now. It's called A Gamer's Journey: The Definitive History of Shenmue. I bought it on Apple TV and I'm watching it. So anyway, my life, let me explain, like, this is what they don't tell you about Shenmue. And I'm telling you a truth that is really valid and true. Now, I don't know what the Shenmue Dojo would say about this, or Sega, or YSNet. What if they would agree, or how much they're gonna, work with me on this or whatever, because I think I'm already part of the project of Shenmue. This is what I'm trying to say, because we've got I'm looking right here at the Yu Suzuki. It says game developer. In a way, it's funny because I was thinking of going to Full Sail University, and it's saying Yu Suzuki's a game developer. So, okay, but in a way, I feel like I'm already a game developer, but without a college degree. Now, in a way, in some context, I feel like I'm already part of the project. Now, it's not that I want to, I mean, I don't know how to say it, but I don't really want to disprove anything about Shenmue. I don't want to, but I know that I'm doing the moves. And I know I have first-hand experience doing the moves for Shenmue, for the project. I'm the first guy that did these moves. And as you can see, I don't live alone. I live with family that's relatives. So, I don't live alone here. It's not good for me to be in America. I don't think very much longer. I think the time is coming where I need to part ways. And one moment. Yes. What is it? What do you need? No. Okay. So getting back to the broadcaster. So I don't really think it's really good that I stay in America too long, because they have a misconception about me being mentally ill. Now, this is the problem with Shenmue. They're not telling you all around the world, so everybody can understand this. And as you can hear, if you can vaguely hear them talking in Japanese, or talking in English about the project here that's made for Shenmue. You see, this is what I'm revealing, a side that's not explained, and I know some people find it interesting. So let me get back. There's distractions all the time in my life. I've wasted. How to explain it? Nobody told me anything about this Shenmue. I forgot the degree I had meant royalties, and I forgot these things. So there's like a total miscommunication about this. Now, what I'm trying to say, let me just make this proposal to everybody and let me know what you think. If you want to, you can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me on, you can talk about me on Shenmue 500K. I'm friends with people that are admins for Shenmue 500K. And they know me in a group. I'm not sure how much the higher up admins respect me and regard me as the real Zuki. Um, they probably don't understand, but now it's and there's Corey Marshall. I had a conversation with him on the phone. So there he is. I had a 2 hour conversation with this guy on the phone, and you know, it just lasted 2 hours. Um, I kind of understand legally the way Shenmue is conducted. It's like um, you know, they don't want to say too much. They don't want to say, well, I'm not trying to make it about me because I'm somebody that's just coming online. And but let me get to the point here, okay? So I can't even afford a tripod. Let me explain this. If I had a makeover, that's me. Okay, that's me. I look exactly that way. And look at me there. See this? Look at this. Pants. See the pants? Yeah. Feet. That's me. But I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? For some reason, they just like the sound of my voice. So I'm living with my parents are. It's like the family's dying here. People are falling down. It's crazy the way I'm living. The family I live with is suffering. Everybody's falling, dying. I don't know what to say. Oh, it's I'm trying to make the broadcast real and not fake, but the background noise is insane because I live. I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm trying to veil the truth about. I'm trying to veil truth, and I keep getting distracted by, something always distracts me here. I need to leave, but this is the problem. I'm also I have this missing honor. It's a Sioux martial arts honor. And see, this is like a technology development, but I'm a martial artist. I'm a Sioux martial artist, meaning that I earn the respect of my masters or my colleagues. I could say my martial art colleagues on my own. I'm a martial artist. I'm the likeness of Jean-Claude Van Damme in 1995, a lot. But I didn't take pictures. If there's any evidence of me in 1995 available still, it's very little evidence. But I think Sega might have some, or my karate teachers might have some. But it's very rare evidence of the real talent that created Shenmue. It's just training, and I remember doing Dragon Spin there, like I said, did it 3 times. I mean, I had very, very special talent for this character, Ryuzuki. So, I can do what I'm trying to say. This is my proposal, okay? If I if I can get any words in without the family I'm living with dying off during the broadcast, I guess I say it like that too. I mean, I don't want to just. Excuse me. It's not like I'm trying to be a beggar or a peasant because I consider myself Spanish. I'm not like American peasant. Okay, I think of myself Spanish, and maybe like I don't want the Japanese to consider me barbarian, but I consider myself royalty in Spanish, but not a barbarian. I hope not barbarian. I would want like when it comes to Asian women, I like Asian women. I also like Korean women, and I would want them nothing more for them to consider me a gentleman, a romantic man, a lover, someone that would do anything for them, someone that would be there for them. Like when my mother in the other room was almost falling, or fell, I wanted to go over there, and I would have ran over there. But I'm always by her side when she falls. I can't help it. Somebody falls. I mean, I don't know what to do because I can't stop life from happening. It can't stop life from stopping and happening. whatever that means. Take it for what it is, because see, Shenmue. This is my, you can see my face a little better now, right? There's another light that turned on in this room, this dark room. See, there's another light that went on. So, I mean, it's just people, for what they see me on my YouTube channel and what my reputation is in Michigan, that is misinterpreted. And, the police authorities are not really respecting this. They're not fully aware of you know, what to do about this. But I'm supposed to not be misrepresented all these years. Now, this is why I say I have a misdiagnosis of mental illness in my history. All I needed to do, and the cry teacher did advise me, but I'm having a like I'm confused. I don't know how to explain it. It's just something is confusing me about you know. See, as Ryuzuki, I'll just call me for what I am. Okay, as Ryuzuki, I am spiritual in other ways, and whatever people I'm living with, I may not understand or know how to be Buddhist. If I don't live with people that are Buddhist, I don't know how to be Buddhist at the time. Or if I'm not living with people that are, maybe if I'm not living with people that are Muslim, I don't know how to be Muslim. See? So if I'm not living with them, but if I'm only living with a certain kind of people, I think like they do. And maybe it's not the way, because see, this is what was going to happen. This is a turning point. This is supposed to be a turning point for me. I'm not supposed to have my life purpose ever defeated. My life purpose is always supposed to have been lived. Because I never had agreed with being, a regular guy in Michigan. And I don't want to be that way. I never wanted that for my life. I always wanted to travel, do great things, and be somebody. Now, just as it says in Tekken Bloodline, that's what Jun Kazama to say to Jin, and that you're meant for so much more in this life. Those people, those boys that picked on you, they'll live here, they'll die here. Now, this is to me, that's like, I don't know what to say about that in a way, because that's some brief moment in my life. It's like a brief moment in my life. I think that Tekken Bloodline is like a likeness. And it's like a brief moment in my life that I can kind of understand. Those kids in Tekken Bloodline, let me explain that likeness. There's a church. Yeah. And I was shoved into some hangars, kicked around, punched, shoved into some hangars. They were punching me, kicking me. But there's a woman that came and told them to stop or something. But I think what it is, there's a likeness that this woman that was caring for me in a nursery at a church she was saying that you could have really hurt them. Jin and Bushido. Jin and Bushido means benevolence, means mercy. Now, my talent doing this martial arts here is powerful. So powerful that I had to show mercy. So that's why I never used this talent on kids from, there's a strong junior high and middle school. And now today, it's become a different name of a middle school in Melville, Michigan. This is something they're not going to tell you. So what I did, what I've done, this is not a lie, but it's just the truth. And there's kids, and I could have really hurt them. So whatever this is about this person that I used to know, it's like I'm not supposed to know these things or remember these things somehow, but how'd I say it? 1995. Here's the real truth about myself. The administrators of Melvindale, Michigan, at Strong Junior High School, they know I was a fan of Bo Jackson because I used to wear Oakland Raiders coats from Burlington Coat Factory. All right. So Bo Jackson, Bo knows baseball. Bo knows basketball. Bo knows football. Bo knows hockey. Okay. Bo can do anything. Not Madam Bo. Not Madam Bo. No. Bo Jackson. Yeah.
But unfortunately, at the last second, they canceled it.
So I was a fan of Bo Jackson when I was younger because I felt like I was multi-talented.
We need a Japanese game.
I felt like I'm multi-talented. I can do many things. I'm gifted in many different ways. Now, if you look at my YouTube channel online, I'm known to be good at cooking. I'm known to be good at martial arts. I'm known to be good at jumping high. I remember when I was 14 years of age, I could jump, I believe I could jump maybe 6.5 or over 6 feet high with my feet up in the air. Up to my knees or whatever, up to my chest. I'm a very gifted jumper, even today. So, you know, like the movie White Men Can Jump? White men can't jump, but I'm Mexican American. Well, so I'm told. I don't consider myself like that type of guy that would hang around like somebody in a park and be considered a white guy. No, I'm different. I'm like the movie No Country for Old Men. Okay, there's a guy, Javier Bardem. He's familiar with well, he's my blood. He's Spanish. So he's Spanish, and so he's familiar with people that are like Mexican American or Spanish or whatever I would identify myself as. So I'm giving that regard. Okay, I can jump high, real high. I'm doing the jump. I can jump. But I don't have what it takes. How to explain it? I don't have my needs being met. So I'm not wanting to live the way I'm living in failure as a defeated person. You know, it's like what happened in some church a long time ago. It's not something I really like to talk about. But, it's just the way it happened was the most insane thing, and it's the most secret cover-up for Tekken. Because there's like some kind of scandal where there's people collecting money, and I believe this Kazuya Mishima may be my likeness too. These are real claims from Bandai Namco and whatever. And, I cannot just lie about myself. Okay, I can't just keep lying. And maybe it's hard for people in my history, even the people I'm with, to talk about this. So I'll talk for them. I'll talk for them. Yes. There's good reason for what happened. Well, what happened? If something happened crazy, like people don't understand Tekken Bloodline, whatever happened, it's some things can't be understood. Some things can't be easily explained or understood. So they have to be really explained, broken down slowly. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I will not say everything now. How to explain this? There should be like I want to work for Bandai Namco too, but I can't just the way it is now. I'm not getting compensation for the moves I've done. I've done these moves, and it's not only the moves; it's my likeness for Shenmue and for Tekken, Bandai Namco. That's me. The karate teacher told me, your new name is going to be Ryuzuki. And if he says otherwise, if he would lie, testify against me in a court of law, he's lying. He's lying to his Uncle Chris. You should say that. Tell your Uncle Chris that you didn't tell me your new name would be Rizuki to Ryan. Tell him.
E3 is like
And that's up to you.
Christmas for gamers. It is
Put you to the
when
test.
all of the news, all of the
I mean, I have to do this because nobody will do it for me. Nobody will stand up for me. I'll stand up for myself and fight my own fights.
It's a celebration of the industry and
So,
people's hard work. So I remember sitting there watching
you know,
Sony's press conference. And the first thing they did
I gotta look out for me. You know, in a way, I gotta look out for me. So, the problems I have in my life are really bad. I don't see myself working and see the kind of life the people I'm living with, the kind of life the father would want me to have is fall in love with somebody in the area, and then you have to already be married. You have to already be married, and then you get to have sex once in your honeymoon or something, and then like you can't. It's just too much. I don't believe like that. I never believed that way, and this is the problem with whatever faith background is behind me. Let it be behind me. But that's the problem. It's like behind me. Like I would have wanted to study all religions. And that's what the cry teacher told me I'm supposed to do in my lifetime. He says you're meant to study all religions. Now that's the problem with me in a way. I never understood this cry teacher. He says you're supposed to study all religions. That's something I don't understand him telling me. Because I always wondered why he said that. That's one of the last things he said before I saw him 31 years ago. He reminds me of, what have I been saying?
This is happening right now.
So,
The screaming and the shouting, this really very different type of noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Yu Suzuki.
Literally that, like, my.
So, I don't know if I can make it at Ford War Company and just work, and get disrespected, and I get real ugly looking. I'm not going to special the ladies here. They don't like me here if I'm just doing that. The people that work there and they pound steel all day, they come home to, like a loving wife at a younger age. When my dad did that, he came home to his wife, the family, whatever. But I mean, he's had his life lived too. When he was younger. See, he doesn't understand. I'm not wanting to work as a machinist. Okay, like I'm not really wanting to do that, but if I have to do it, if we all go into AI, we might be going Detroit AI. Ooh. And then maybe I guess I'll have to just do that too. Because maybe somebody will be competing with me, and I don't want anyone to feel bad. Maybe I'll just do that one day, but it's not what I've been wanting to do all these years. Like I was trying to make something. I did something more in my life, but nobody cared about me. It's terrible. Nobody ever cared about me in my life. It's all about these paintings here. Is that Nishki's painting? Is that your artwork, Nishki? And then is this Cosmic Kiryu? Or, I mean, what am I going to say? These likenesses of video games are real to me. It reminds me of family. Okay. Well, he's getting, those artists, it's art special here. My martial arts is not really special. It's disrespected here. So that's why I hate living my life here. It's torture all these years. I might get arrested or shot by the cops here. They throw a dog at me, bite me, kill me. Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, yeah, and let's make sure I don't get many views for this video because it's all fixed by the NSA and the FCC, whatever, to not credit me anyway. I'm nobody. Really? So that's the problem I have here. The government, the security system just doesn't respect me too. Wow. I guess I'm an alien here. I'm like not supposed to be walking the earth. See, that's why I'm this guy. I'm Ryuzuki. But look at this. They don't want to credit me as Ryuzuki. I should be there. Oh, I should be there, but then if I'm there, I mean, am I gonna cause problems because I know these moves? What if I'm trained and then I can do all the moves perfectly? And I have a and I'm this, okay. This let me explain this. Okay. Now this is what I was trying to make this video about. All right. This video, I wanted to make this video about this. I believe that I can really look like Ryuzuki. I believe I can be a martial arts. I can believe. Okay. Let me explain this about martial arts. Some martial artists, they become fighters, real fighters, and martial arts movie actors. But they might do it, sometimes they might do it at a younger age. See? So if they do it at a younger age, they do it at a younger age. But look at what happened to me. I lost my royalties. I felt like I was in a totally fake relationship. I mean, it's like, why would I go through all these things and not be able to climb my way out of this problem? This is a serious problem I'm in. Yeah. I can't even have girls in this house. I'm living in hell. It's like a violation of my health and human rights, the way I'm living here. It's all about that. What am I supposed to say about that? See? I don't feel very good about myself to live here. And it's all about somebody else that doesn't even live here. I mean, it's kind of how I feel in a way. I don't want to make him feel bad that that's not my brother's painting, but he does do art and he doesn't do it anymore. Okay, I don't know. I just don't know, but my martial arts is not respected. It was respected in 1995 a lot. That's why the karate teacher gave me this very honorable and true degree. He gave it to me because I earned it. Now, it's not my fault that everybody was so mad that I was going to be somebody from that degree in 1995. Now, I don't know how to explain this. Maybe it's better at this point because everybody is so furious and kicking and hating mad that I earned that degree that gave me all those things. I was to be the real Ryuzuki, and I am. Then everybody got so pissed off and mad about that. What happened in Japan and the world? Well, that's a court hearing, really. That's a court hearing, and we're gonna cover it up, right, in America? Wow. And I just suffer like I'm a dead person, undead-noid, because I'm supposed to be dead. I'm a zombie. Is that right to do that to a human being? I think I'm alive. I don't think I'm dead. I don't think I'm a zombie. Put it that way. You're looking at Ryuzuki. You're not looking at a zombie. You're looking at Ryuzuki. See? Am I lying? No. But I have to do it just like this. Come online. So you see how I have these this right here. See that? I have these friends, and they would probably make fun of me. I mean, they might. They kind of were. I mean, they would let me know, but I have to do what I have to do. Because why? Because I'm not like respected around here. It's all about like around here. There's a Pakistani Indian community, but the way I understand it, and I don't want to be mean to the Pakistani community here, but the Indian people are very nice to me. But then people from Pakistan are very proud or better or arrogant, and they want to say they're better, and they have to be more wealthier than me. And I'm thinking, well, they're just from Pakistan. What makes them so much better? Serious. They're not even American. They're not even Japanese. They're just Pakistani. Okay, I'll be honest. Pakistan is nice, but their people, they're different. Okay, and it's not that I'm trying to be mean to their people, but their people have kind of offended me, kind of. Yeah. And this is the problem, how they've offended me. I'll name it right here. It's like, how many ways? How many ways do I have to say? Like I'd rather be, how to say it. If I were to marry a woman, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but whatever faith I'm gonna be, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, let me explain. I do like the Pakistani people, the ones that are nice to me, the ones that respect me, like the Indian people do from India. And why do I say this? I need that light, please. I need all the light I can get. Thank you. I met a doctor from India, and that one too, please. I need it all. Can I have it all? Thank you. I met a doctor from India. He moved to another state, but one of the last things he told me, and I always remember him, he's a good guy, real good man, good guy, young guy. He tells me, he says, you should just join the Catholic faith. He says, that's what I did. Because I was telling him, I was saying, I go through so many problems, and nobody tells me nothing. I said, nobody tells me nothing about what's going on. I told him, I said, I dated a girl that's Polish. She says she's Polish, but then she's Catholic. But then when I want to know something, she doesn't want to tell me what I need to know. So this tells me that I'm under another scheme. And where are these schemes starting from? So I don't want to be mean to her, but this is all conducted in, this is wrong. And why would the teacher give me this and then take it away? You see, it's like, I don't want to make fun of the guy, but it's just like, in a way, he's saying I'm smarter than you are, Ryan. See, I don't know what it is, because I know he is like a straight A honor student. So, watching this about Shenmue and that, yeah, it's interesting. But, okay, I've got to be honest, okay? Now, if I'm this Ryuzuki, maybe that's expensive right there. What's that? Elvis Presley's nail clippings, right? These problems I've had, I got fans all around the world. I look at these people like they're fans of me. I do the moves from the real Shenmue. So, these people are like my fans to me. But I can't claim that the Shenmue Dojo doesn't credit me. I mean, they don't even, I don't know what to say. They're like are they gonna be mad? Will they accept me? I don't know. I don't know the future. But I have a lot of stress in my life, but these problems will get better. Let me explain what my proposal is. And I'd have to talk to the right people for this. I'm proposing to the right person, which I don't know how I'm going to get an agent, if they'll accept me one day. Too much discrimination, too many lies about my mental health. I mean, when Michigan wants to wake up and stop discriminating, they can. I don't, all this nonsense about, I'm not going to say anything else, okay? My proposal is this. And you're looking at a guy that's been stressed out for all his life. Now, my proposal is that I get all the help I can get to become this again, even at my age. And it should have been done a long time ago. I guess the wrong religion was this born again faith. Golly, that's the worst thing to believe. Unless you're Catholic too. With that, you have to mix being Catholic with this Protestant faith. I didn't do that. I didn't know to do that. That's the biggest mistake of my entire life. If you're going to be some kind of Christian faith, You have got to mix that with Catholicism. And if you don't, you're looking at your death sentence. I'll tell that to anybody around here. Because if you don't know something, guess what? That good old guy that's your pastor knows probably a lot that the Catholic Church knows. But they're not going to tell you. You're not the pastor, are you? You're not the pastor. No. You're a little peasant. You're nothing. Not a pastor. Nobody. That's what they... See, this is what I'm going through. In a way, even the pastors around here, they don't respect me. But they're the pastor. See? They're better. And I'm mental. I'm not mental. I'm smarter than you if I'm going to be Catholic. Yeah. I'm charismatic Catholic, right? Maybe I'm that. Maybe I'm another religion. Maybe I'm Hinduist too. Maybe I like Indian food. Maybe I think every man is God. Maybe I think that too. That's Hinduist belief. Are you gonna say I'm wrong? You'll judge me? You're better? This is America. Last time I checked, we can believe whatever we want to believe. What am I supposed to say? So that's why you're encouraged to study all these faiths. It don't matter what some dogmatic pastor tells you. They want you to follow what they say. And you know what? They're wrong anyway. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to go sit in some club, in some boring club where there's old people everywhere and they're mean to you, and they're from this country, and they're not going to respect you anyway unless you're admin. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing else about that faith, but if you don't mix that faith with the basic, there's two religions that are like Islam and Catholicism. And if you're not one of the two, you don't know what's going on. No, you're stupid. If you don't know that, stop thumping that book. Get past the Torah and get into it. Get in it. Get all in it. Because you're not with it. You don't believe me? You got a lot to learn. It's that simple. I don't have to be a theologian in some kind of faith of some biblical context or Torah context to tell you this. You're just not smart. I mean, you're stupid. Not saying you're stupid, not you're stupid, but you're uninformed. You're uninformed. And let's not make the broadcast about this, but this is another reason I mean, I'm this age, and I'm finding out I should have been this faith. You know, Ryuzuki is brought to the Catholic monastery or church. After Ryuzuki's beat up in Shenmue 2, Li Xiaotao brings Ryuzuki to a Catholic church, and he gets better in there. Did you know that? It's not only about Buddhism in Shenmue 2. And if you don't believe me, play the game. See? He's not going to Manmo Temple. No. There's a Catholic church. Look at it. It looks like a Catholic church. Yeah. Don Yu has all his thugs beat up Ryuzuki. And Ryuzuki gets beat up too. Everybody's can get beat up, even Ryuzuki. So I'm just saying, these are all truths. And that's real. Yeah. All right. Here's my proposal. Now at 30 minutes and 33 seconds. I need a makeover. If people are willing to give me a makeover, I can be Ryuzuki again. I am him. You see how the way I look? I don't have to be Japanese, or am I Japanese and I don't know it? I don't know. I don't even know what nationality I am sometimes. I just don't even know. That's not a lie, but so that's what I'm saying. I think I could, if I get my hair to grow back, if I was in Hollywood, if I'm accepted the way I was accepted in 1995 with the degree I was given, the Paper Tiger degree, and then if I'm presented my Holy Grail, like the movie Paper Tigers, I remember seeing Danny Trehans at a camp somewhere, but that's all I'm going to say. Was I not supposed to say that? I remember Danny Trehans a long time ago. Long time ago. There's a song called Paper Tigers.
keep me in mind for working on the next one. Cheers.
Hello everyone, I've been playing Shenmue since a kid.
Yes, Jackie Velasquez. She's a Hispanic Latina actor. How do you say? Hispanic Latina actress. Okay, Jackie Velasquez. Yeah, I remember she's one of the girls I was stalking in a way. I'm a stalker, you know. One of the girls I had feelings for, I felt like I was stalking her. In my mind, I was nuts. Am I stalking you? Maybe I am. Am I stalking another girl? A love letter? I'm a stalker. I'm Rizuki. I'll stalk you like a cop. Why not? What am I gonna do? But anyway, that's truth about me. So there's a lot of things I could say about me more if it would come out on TV. But I can make Shenmue really special, I think. I know I can do it, but I have to have your help and your compliance, knowing that I'm special. Knowing that the women in my community think I'm sexy. So I'm not just anybody. I don't think I'm a dork. I don't think I'm a weird or creepy. I think I'm sexy. I really think I'm sexy. I'm sexy. I'm too sexy to finish this broadcast, and I know it. And thank you for tuning in my broadcast. And I'm Retro Zuki, 81.